G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be my recap of the Denver Nuggets v the Los Angeles Lakers game. Lakers end up winning 114 to the Nuggets 93. Yeah, make sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe if you guys enjoy and let me know your opinions. But yeah, during the game, at the start, we had no Gary Harris. He's out with his adductor strain, I believe it is, the injury. So he actually ended up starting JaMychal Green. I thought they were going to start Monte Morris or even Michael Porter Jr. In fact, I thought they were going to go with, but Coach Malone decided to go with JaMychal Green. I wasn't too upset because JaMychal Green's basically been one of my favourite players this season and one of our best as well, so I wasn't too mad about that. It just meant our bench was going to be a little bit weaker. But yeah, JaMychal Green had a very decent game in my opinion. He actually was third in scoring for us during this game and got the first 3 points of the game, I believe, hitting a nice three early on. And yeah, but Jokic came out strong as well, got a couple good post touches and took on Gasol, which I thought was a big thing because he has had trouble against Gasol in the past. I believe there was a game against Memphis way back in the day and he only took one shot for the whole game. And that was just so confusing during that game. Let me know if you remember that game. But yeah, LeBron also came out strong. I think he had 5 early points. Jokic had 4 quick points. So I thought we were going to get a battle of the Titans, basically. 2 MVP candidates, hoping it was going to be a nice tight game down to the wire and let the stars show, but obviously didn't come out like that. And we had no rim protection again early on. Lakers were getting to the cup, especially LeBron. I don't know why we're letting him get to the cup. Everyone knows the scouting report on LeBron. You make him shoot over you. You don't let him get to the cup. He's too good. Another thing that I noticed was Jamal Murray was shooting mid-ranges early on in the game, which is what I like to see. He's usually very deadly from there. And the more shots for Murray, the happier I feel. Less shots for some of the other players like Barton and Millsap, that sort of thing. Really want Jokic and Murray to be taking the majority of the shots. But we were turning it over quite a bit, which is disappointing early on, which kept the Lakers close to us in the first quarter because we were shooting very well. Both teams were shooting pretty well, especially early on in that first quarter. Murray was also getting some post-up touches. You don't see very often where the center is at the top of the three-point line and the point guard is posting up, but hey, we do it either way. Sometimes Jokic posts up, sometimes Murray posts up, it seemed, in this game. But yeah, AD only took 8 shots for the game. Now, if you told me that before the game, I would have guessed that the Nuggets won, but because AD might have got injured or something. But no, he played 33 minutes and only took 8 shots. He was 5 of 8, so it's not like he was shooting bad and decided to just not go for it. He just seemed to I don't know, not get involved as much, I guess. I think it was just the type of defense we were playing as well. Doubling him on the post and playing a bit of zone, not trying to let him get the touches. But he was quite big on the boards, grabbed a couple, 2 or 3 offensive rebounds and did his thing. Hartenstein actually got into this game as well. I don't really know what the rotation is. I think it's just matchup dependent because sometimes he plays and then other times he doesn't get on the court at all. But yeah, and then Monte Morris came on and had a strong start as well. But we ended up after the first quarter up by 3 points. So it was looking quite decent for us. And in the second quarter, we started playing more zone defense, which really seemed to throw the Lakers out of their rhythm. Horton Tucker was really good for the Lakers though. Off the bench, he was 8 of 12, had 17 points in 22 minutes. He was very good, and he was really providing some dribble penetration and then kicking it out for some 3-point shots as well. But yeah, as I said before, Monte Morris was very good this game. He was 7 of 10, 16 points. He actually got LeBron on him a couple of times and decided that there was a mismatch and went at LeBron and actually scored a couple of times on him. And you don't see that very often. But yeah, we're still up 5 points during the second quarter when Jokic and Murray decided to when they checked back into the game. So it was good to see the bench hold the lead. And then our defense picked up towards the end of the second quarter and we ended up leading by 12 points going into halftime. But if you're a Nuggets fan, you know when you're leading at halftime, it's quite dangerous because our third quarters this year have been absolutely atrocious. Some people prefer it when we're actually losing at the break because at least you get a reaction and come out with more intensity, but it was the opposite for us. As we're up by 12 going into the half, and at the end of the third, we're actually down 8. Lakers beat us by 20 points in the third quarter, and it all started because the Lakers decided to push the tempo on offense. Every rebound they were sprinting ahead trying to get easy buckets, and LeBron was just throwing these half-court passes down to the down to the runner like Harrell or Davis or Kuzma. And then we got they also obviously increased their intensity on defense, the Lakers did. Jokic also got a couple foul calls which were very questionable, but you know, it is the Lakers. They're always talking to the refs, and I think maybe one or two of them were a bit dodgy. But yeah, we kept on turning it over. As I said, Lakers were playing great defense, and because of those foul calls on Jokic and just the team in general, Lakers got into the bonus very early and were shooting free throws for most of the third quarter. But Murray was still playing pretty well up until this point. He just needs to watch his turnovers. He ended up having 5 turnovers for the game, which is probably too many, especially when you're only having 5 assists to 5 turnovers. That's not a good assist to turnover ratio at all. But Michael Porter Jr., he had an alright game. He was 3 of 10, so definitely not as efficient as he normally is. He just seemed like he was rushing to get his shot, and I think LeBron was on him a couple times, and LeBron knew that to be up on Michael Porter Jr. because he can shoot over basically everyone, so he really put the clamps on Porter. But he did make a couple nice cuts and then got found by like Murray and Jokic for a couple easy dunks, so that was good to see because Porter, if he can work well off the ball, it's going to be huge for us in the future. But yeah, we're up 4 when Jokic went to the bench in foul trouble. I think there was like 3-4 minutes left in the third quarter, and we ended up being down 8 by the end. So, and Lakers went on a 15-0 run to end the third, so that shows how important Jokic is to the Nuggets team. We're just useless without him. The ball movement stops. No one knows really what to do, and it's a bit on the coaching side as well. You've got to have another plan when Jokic goes to the bench. Don't have him run the offense all the time, or when he does go to the bench, actually know what the team's doing, because we just looked confused out there. We'd turn it over, and Lakers were just getting easy fast break points. So yeah, heading into the fourth, down by 8. We're still alive, but we came out very lackadaisical again. There was no rim protection, and Horton Tucker got 2 straight layups, and then Malone called a timeout. Pretty angry, as he should be. But yeah, we had just no one. Our defense was just not there in the second half. Monte Morris was keeping us alive. As I said, he had a very good game. But the Laker fast break points were just too much. We were turning it over way too many. We had 15 turnovers. Lakers did as well, but I feel like their turnovers were more like dead ball turnovers, whereas when we turned it over, the Lakers were just getting easy steals or blocks and just getting out in the break. But we were down 10 points with 4 minutes left, so there's still a slight chance, but it just seemed every time we needed a bucket, it'd go to a wide open Paul Millsap and he'd brick the 3. He took way too many shots tonight. I don't know why Malone played him so much. He played 32 minutes, Millsap. 3 of 13, 0 of 5 from 3, 5 fouls. I don't want to get in on him too much because it's a tough matchup against Davis and the big boys of the Lakers, but I don't know why he played 32 minutes. Most of the time he's only playing like 20 minutes a game. Like JaMychal Green only played 28 minutes. He should be playing more than Millsap in my opinion. JaMychal Green's been a revelation this season in my opinion. But yeah, Millsap was just terrible. We ended up losing 114-93. LeBron definitely staked his MVP claim on this one. 27, 10 and 10. 12 of 19 from the field. Definitely got one over Jokic here in a big game. And that puts the Denver Nuggets to 12 and 9 now. So need to make sure we keep our winning ways going because the Western Conference is very cluttered at the moment. So we need to get on a good run of form, and hopefully we can get a win in our next one. But yeah, as I said before, guys, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you guys enjoyed. This is my review on the Lakers Nuggets game. Thanks for watching. Peace.